bad, me sick, me Reggaeville.
Reggaeville family, welcome to this virtual interview we're having right here. As you can see, my guest is not here with me, but I'm connected with him through the web. And for him, this is a very special day because I want to say happy release day to Exile the Brave Wagwan. So how is everything?
Wagwan Munchy. Thank you very much, yeah, man. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, man, congrats to you.
Yeah, man, give thanks, Reggaeville family. You don't know.
I said happy release day because just today on
Yeah,
November
man.
6th,
Thanks.
you dropped the Project Affinity, your brand new album. Tell me a bit about it, especially why did you name this project Project Affinity?
Well, so the Project Affinity, the name, let's start with the name first. So the name came from the whole word affinity in the science world is like how two elements combine and finding how things work together. So I think I reach a part in music and within my life, within myself, how I combine myself with music and how I live my life these days, as not trying to be, but bring myself within music in the fullest I can express myself. So I'm like, I live my life this time, like fully understanding what I'm doing and go fully understand everything. But the work in progress. So I think we have the affinity right now, how I combine myself, the combination of me, Clayton, Exile Brave, and the music. So that's why we call it Project Affinity.
Nice.
And the project now basically is stuff that I've been working on. I'm living in Germany now, so it's a project where I have been working between Jamaica and Germany. When I was living in Jamaica and I'm living in Germany, and when I go back to Jamaica, I put in other parts in it and I come back here and so that's why it's the affinity.
So a lot of people, they created very much projects during the pandemic because all of a sudden they had a lot of time and they spent a lot of time at home. But you mentioned already some stuff was created in Jamaica. So during what period did you produce this album?
All right, so of course I cannot exalt the fact that this pandemic has helped the completion of this album to the maximum because of course we have more time at home. But throughout my whole timing, I've been here and there and everywhere. So it's like, let's say, one of the songs on it, say I started one of the songs on it maybe like 4 years ago. You know what I mean? And between that 4 years ago time, and I moving like 2.5 years in Germany now. So, I was working on them, bringing them come back and forth. So it's like I was supposed to like just do a little mixtape EP. And in the journey, working on it, like when people hear it and people hear the song, them and I keep on doing more song and more song, because the idea was there. So the inception was from like about 4 years, 3.5, 4 years ago. And it, like ones and ones keep saying to me, people saying, "Yo, this is just like a mixtape on an EP. This sound like you're working on a real project." And I never really want to say album, because album is, of course, it's an album. So I say, all right, it's a project because it explained my whole, what you call it, immigration, migration, and how me have to deal with things and adaptation and everything. And so it's like that process, Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a big project. It has a lot of music on it. And when I checked the credits, I saw that you wrote all the lyrics yourself. But tell me a bit who contributed to music towards this project.
All right. I sent out a press release. So I was basically focusing more on, if you know Exile Brave history, I was a hip hop musician before, right? And then I become in dancehall and reggae music. So and during the time I was in just start college to university. So my university roommate, who's like my next partner, he now lives in Canada, and he was the one who made like Rasta Party and his rhythm. So we went like back to the drawing board And so he's migrated now. So he's just like, so everything now doing like via over the internet. So he's like, send me a rhythm, send me these rhythm. So his experience and his rhythm and all them stuff, they send me them. So most of the work is in-house work. Like, and then you have like one song on it now where, like we call Lock the Road. That was done in Costa Rica. I was there like 4 years ago. So we did that, we record that actually in a hotel room. and the other songs like, and then like 3 new songs on it that recorded now in Germany, because I'm living in Ireland and my brethren them, I got introduced to a friend who's, you know, married to a Jamaican, and they're making a, and the brethren now, he's in a group we call Providers Collective. So they have that kind of, we're in the same age group, and you know that between that hip hop, dancehall, mix ups, you know, all kind of different music and their experience and their music. So they produce 3 songs on it. So it's all these producers plus an in-house producer. So it's mostly EDB and then a few close friends, you know. Yeah.
Nice. And what I also enjoyed when listening the project Affinity, I know you are very positive and you're a fun nature, and you added some little like gimmicks, like the intro, you voiced different characters on mission statement, you included a political speech that you sampled. Noja has some gunshot sounds in it. Do you have fun when you're in like this place where you're probably now in this little laboratory and you're doing this stuff?
Yeah, it was fun because, like, for instance, Noja, I actually did the demo in Jamaica. And so I came back to, when I'm here in Germany, I'm, you know, going through the songs, and I said, hold on, this song's supposed to be on it. And yeah, and let me tell it clear, that song is from, you know, Tony Rebel, Man Fi Noja.
Yeah.
And that day I was listening to that song, and then the guy said, I saw you go now. So my virgin migrated before me. So he was in Canada when I was in Jamaica. So he sent me the rhythm from Canada. So while I'm listening to the rhythm, I was in Jamaica, I listened to it, I said, oh, this, and you know, the vibe just built. And of course, me a dancehall, cause you know me go dancehall, Munchy. You know you book me up in the dancehall. Them different from me when you see me a vinyl jersey, cause you know I love my roots, but me a dancehall, cause I get to youth, I grew up round dancehall every day, you know. So the whole dancehall vibes, if you hear some of the songs, you know the real dancehall vibration. And of course, dancehall full of social commentary, but gimmicks too, and little joke and, you know, little pun and little stuff, but still in a conscious way, you know. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to bring that out in the song them.
Yeah, man, you managed very, very well doing that. And you mentioned already your dancehall. This project also includes some hip hop vibes and songs like "There for You" or "Memories." They even have a rock music vibe to it, I would say. Is that also part of your personal taste? The rock is that maybe
of course, that is where Deutschland come in now. So, so you know, in a little weirdness growing up. Of course, we all in the late 90s or so, or, you know, a little earlier, maybe get some influence from, you can name it, what rock and roll, you know, from, you know, like when you listen to Aerosmith and you listen to some Green Day, I'm a big Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, so it kind of sounds crazy. But for a youth from Jamaica, listen to the music there, but we listen to them, but there was not space to put them in something, because when you don't have the, you know, so when I come here now, and of course, I love hip hop music, and most hip hop sample everything. So we was in the studio like a year ago, like precisely like about 2 weeks ago, would that be a year ago, or last week would that be a year ago. Then when I just get introduced to the guys here, and I was in the studio, and the first day I went to the studio, just keep on playing beats, let me hear, and you know, I work, I'm spontaneous like that. So they play a beat, and I just feel it, and I could just express myself on it. How I want to express myself. And you hear, therefore, it's basically like a family vibration, because it really talk about my kids, my wife, and my family, and my mother, you know. And then, yeah, of course, the musicians here, they're more exposed to a lot of maybe hard metal or stuff, you know. And then we have a brethren who came over when I was in Jamaica the other day, you know, in the last winter. They called me and said, listen to what we play on the track. They videoed it and showed me. And I said, wow, it reminded me of this kind of Jay-Z Linkin Park thing. So I said, yeah. I like it. So, and there's influences and the Missing You and the same other song where you talk about memories. Of course, that was done here as well. And as I said, these are songs that I want to express because, you know, I have friends that I lose, like close friends of mine, you know, growing up in our neighborhood and stuff, you know, through violence and through all kind of stuff. And, you know, family members that you lose, you just want, you know, one of time they want to say these things and express them. And it just never right, the time never come. But, you know, when you hear certain rhythm, it just make you have to talk while you hear. And all of these songs, pretty much, me never even write them because the moment me hear the rhythm, I could have just say what I want to say on it. You know, I could just express myself.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So.
Yeah, you mentioned Memories, the song I really wanted to talk about as well, because you said you talk about losing a friend or losing people. You talk about crying, and you're doing this in dancehall, which is a genre that is pretty much about being rough and being tough and being strong. And are there any issues where you be like, can I really put this in a song? Can I expose this side of mine to the people, or am I maybe exposing too much? Also, personal songs like There For You?
I mean, of course, dancehall is hardcore, of course, and it's talk about hardcore stuff, but dancehall still, especially our generation, I think a lot of youths nowadays and before, you know, are really try to express themselves more emotionally. Like when you hear songs like, for instance, Ayatin, never know me lose a friend, you know, that song, you know, if you're at some farmer funeral or night in Jamaica and that play, everybody start crying. I mean, and even R&B song like I'm missing you. So why, you know, somebody else do it? I mean, it doesn't affect me in terms of whether if I'm afraid or a little bit shy of saying these things, these expressions, because really and truly there's so much things bubbling up in a way, and if we not let them go out in a conversation or some form of lyrics or some form of poem or, you know, the way we can express it, it's only either boil out into violence or something negative, because that reach not for the youths them, you know, because them can't really express it. You know, you have all of these things bubbling up in here. Sometimes it leads to domestic affair and people don't even understand so why them things come from, because them things come from only for pain what people feel. So so I lose a brethren like about 2010, you know, and it was sad because I seen like the night before and the next day he get shot. And this time I was actually living in Papine. Me did a university, so I go back and forth. So it's like weekend I go home and then weekend I come back, and then for the weekend I come back home to school. So I go back over, went back to Portmore. And yeah, so me and him are reason, but he's a childhood friend where introduced me to, you know, all part hip hop stuff, Biggie days, if you hear the song with me I talk about. And you know, and so, you know, like that hit me. I couldn't even go to the funeral, but you know, and I just couldn't get over it. I think the song helped me to ride over that kind of like a barrier of pain and, you know, emotions there. So yeah, so it's one of them songs that when you record it, you feel like you want to cry. You know what I mean? So it bring all the kind of emotions and all of them feeling there. Plus, you know, plus my family member them and stuff, one of my auntie and stuff, you know, where you never really, the goodbye, you couldn't even get to say it. But the song, I think, kind of give me like it kind of ease a little, that little stress, that little pain there, you know. The song kind of, you know, and I hope it can do the same for other people too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm sure. But apart from these songs that we mentioned already, what inspired the lyrics in general? Are you a person that reads a lot, or you watch a lot of documentaries or news?
Yeah, I must say I read, but when I read, it have to interest me to the fullest. Yeah, like I read a couple of books, of course. Of course, and I'm into documentaries a lot. I'm into documentaries, real life people's situation. Because sometimes you know you get fear people testify certain things, and just general knowledge and information. And I think it's not happening now, but traveling have a lot to do with my whole. It helped me expound upon things, obviously, because you know, me see things and then I try to figure out why these people are like this, you know, why people behave like this in a certain situation, a certain culture, and a certain movement, certain reasoning. You can't like judge upon people until they really know them experience. So I think that, you know, help me understand, you know, a little bit more people's character and I would have put myself in a situation if I was, say, for instance, if I did born somewhere where people eat pork every day, more the eat bad people eat cockroach, you know what I mean? So, and then the weed up on the next side, I look at the I say, yuck, So all of them things they help me like to see, just see different places and different people. And as I said, documentary and some books and certain things read, give you that. And me like history, story. Our story, his story, them story for his story. So, knowing the story of our people and you see why they get here and why we like that, it helped me. That's my influence still.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you shared this album with 4 more guest artists that are featured. I'm like Red Square, Renee Harriet, Jan Rudy, and Kezi the Rebel. Tell me a bit about them and why you invited them on Project Affinity.
It's not even just inviting them, it's vibe. If these friends are people, I notice on a Walipa, big superstar name, that would be cool. However, it's just the vibe and how the spirit just take while you're in a certain situation, because I'm a virgin. So I meet I'm like a couple of years ago, and it's like I'm like from a youth, like childhood days, because the experience where maybe I'm like go through certain experience as a youth. Him grew up in Kingston, him grew up in Dunkirk. Me go Camperdown High School, which is across the road from Dunkirk. So 90% of Amlac school home friend them and my school friend them. So it's like, for instance, like say, maybe Assassin, is a Red Square back in the days and stuff. And we got the same school together, like him in a 1 grade over me. So we know I'm like cousins and all of these people, but we never meet. I'm like till I'm like a big man. So but I just them experience there and just the vibe as youth, where if really I'm like the youth, I deal with them family and did certain thing, and certain little things are the same thing I can compare myself with, as youth, and as ghetto youth, we try look forward out a certain situation because we could be led astray in a whole heap of other situations. So we are vibing at Kingston, and that song to a friend came from America with a rhythm from, and if you hear that rhythm, it have a kind of G-funk kind of sound. It's a West Coast kind of reggae sound. Because the guy came from West Coast in the US, and Young Trick, big up himself, and he brought this rhythm, and we was just driving through Kingston and in the car the night, and we had in the day and we were reason, and the song just come up. The artist, I said, this is Kingston, the other city where we come from, and that is the vibe. And we just meet at the studio the next day and record the song for the Virgin. And
nice.
It's been there, and that was like from 2000 and early 2017. That song has been there, waiting to get on this album. And Renick is a sister of mine. She make Walipa Chalice. I met her from Vinyl Thursday. She just came down the studio one day and said, yo, she see where she has sip on the internet, and she just want par. And she just want, know a little bit more about music and stuff. And yeah, she was there and her vibration just clink. Cause you see she article, and them have a thing named I think Steam Chalice JA,
Yeah.
And she just did the studio one day. She did the studio one day, and me that song is the next song from Yard too. I'm gonna finish it at Germany. So I'm gonna do 2 verses at Jamaica and then do the 3rd verse here. And she has this she have this vibe, this aura where kind of just calming, very calming.
Yeah.
If she's calm on the rhythm, sometimes you have to tell her to sing like higher. But she have this spirit of very calming, and yeah, I mean the song was, and she was just maybe coming out of university, so we have certain experience about how the system are designed for we, as youth, and come out and try to figure out yourself, and little bit to the sideline, and just so that song has to do, it's a very social song, so that's why I call it mission statement, because we need to have a memorandum what we need to do the self now, what I mean? This is a statement. And I was reading a book that time too. That book was called Heal Thyself. Men, Heal Thyself. But me never want to name the whole song Heal Thyself, men. So I call it mission statement. Exile the Rebel, another friend, which is, a friend of a brother of mine was managing him. And at the same vibe, the same that same kind of down to earth vibe. Because I actually know in a country in a farm in land right now every day. And them kind of vibe there in Crawfield, Clarendon, and in the music same time. So it's them kind of vibe there where when I just talk about things, we do things. So him come and we invite him over the studio because I hear the song And this song, actually, Africanness, I was watching TV. And you know, you see the African little kids that dance these days. It was, yeah, was it? Yeah, that was it, yeah. And I said to myself, gee, when you compare the song, Munchy, you know about the dancing thing too. So when you compare the song them and the dancing them, you look at the Jamaican dance them and the African dance them is all the same dance and the same movement. I said to myself, say, it's amazing how we come so far, but we not lose none of this the same. I'm see the youth them, when I see the youth them in like Tanzania, wherever them there do the dancing pan, the choreographing thing and the dancing thing on YouTube, it bring me right back to my neighborhood. Oh, we did the lane a dance. Same thing, and we just laugh. And that's why I say we never lose our Africanness. And it's fun. It's one of them kind of rhythm there. So, you know, hip-hop-ish kind of dancing, Afrobeat, soundish. I'm here, Exile vocal on it. Like, I could just hear him voice on it. And then we call him in the studio and we say, yo, we're going to record this. And, you know, we put on the verse and then him sing film, look a pretty part them and, you know, kind of vocal kind of have that kind of note. And yeah, and we kind of play around the song too, because if you know hear me kind of do look at hip-hop rapping. Let me switch over the dancehall style. Let me do the look at rapping style. Let me look at dancehall style. Yeah, it's just what the mood, you know. We just want to feel creative on it. I never want no boundaries. I never want nobody to say, oh, you live in Jamaica, you know for your rap. Or you're not American, you know for your rap or whatever. Or, you know, you're a dancehall or reggae. I never want another box. So I just do what me feel like. What me listen to or what me feel like, you know.
Nice. Yeah,
definitely.
Man.
And Jan Rudy, he's from here. He's the guy that I tell you I met. And his wife is Jamaican. And it become like a close bridging of mine here. Especially when you're migrating a different country, you need to have a bridging, you know? For help you go through that kind of curve there. And him understand full enough things that me I go through that just musically, but also on a normal life level, can understand it, because he have the experience, you know what I mean? So it's like, and him is a musician too, so, and if you see my cooking show, him play with me guitar and stuff, so he was, when I was doing There For You, I didn't have no verse, no chorus, because I was just spitting lyrics like a hip-hop man, just had lyrics, dancehall style, just a talk my story, and then me hear my sing, any given time, I'll be there for you. I'm say, what that? And he sing it again. We say, yo, you put that on it now. We put that on it. And he say, yeah. I'm say, yeah, your voice sound like Coldplay or one of them voice there. Put it on it. And him just go into the studio and record it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just family vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that is it. That is Project Affinity. And you just mentioned it already, because you're a very busy man. Apart from this project now that you're dropping, you've also been doing another project lately, your Bellyful cooking show that
yes.
people can watch on the internet. How did that concept come up and the idea for that? And tell me a bit what you're doing there.
Your belly full yet?
No, not yet. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So oh man. All right. When we start with belly full now. So apart from, because we did discuss already about the documentaries that I like to watch and I like to see what people do. And one thing I learned with the documentaries and about my travel is that when you need to know people, you need to know their culture, and then you need to know their culture by the food they eat. And I used to like dabble all over in watching not cooking show, like cook off and them thing there, like Meister Chef, not them thing there. I more watch the travel and eat thing, like where people go different parts of the world and travel and eat, and that's one thing. Cause me always like, oh yeah, that's cool, you see the place, you see the food, you see where them get it from, and you see them thing there. And the cooking show now, I like, I'm always like, if I was saying, like, if you check all of my social media them from about like 5-6 years when I start go on the road every minute, I always post my food. Like, so, and then I create this hashtag blog when I'm like hashtag food blog in Jamaica. Like a while now. And me just start, I love cook. I love cook. so I love cook, and me been as I said, I was a vegetarian, like for vegan for like nearly 6 years when I go university, college. And I remember that was an experience for me, because it was like I have to cook every day for one. And them time there was Ital shop vegan shop, but there was a little bit, not like no. And my friend them used to trouble me every day about it too. So I was like, yo, Rev, you want a piece of chicken? Yo, you want? And it was like just this fun thing, but I learned to even cook way more because I grew up and my mother teach me looking for cook. I used to go into the kitchen, go turn the chicken and go into the kitchen and help put on the rice and peas and and I learn and I learn and I learn. And till you can't cook and you start cook the whole Sunday dinner and then it boiled over to me start. As I say vegan, I start low certain things, I start cook my own food, I start cook. And pan the traveling now when you're music as artist, sometimes most places you go, if you can't get the food, you have to cook your food. And Corona now make it possible that me can have this time for my hand. And I say, what me I gonna do? We can't tour, we can't do nothing. One of my next plan I always want to do is do a little cooking show. It came out of Word, and to be honest with you, I didn't even know I would have seen it through like start with the first, after I do the first episode. It was the first episode we did, and then I said, oh God, whole part thing we had to chaotic, and then go back to the drawing board and put up story plan, board plan, buy microphone for pin on, and you learn all of these things, 2, 3, 4 camera in your yard, in your garden. But it was summer, so we had the time. One heap of stuff, Munchy. Like, to be honest with you, if they told me it was so much work, then we would do it. But then me like it, me get so involved in it, like, because after the shooting, and big up my brother in Yan Road, you have to come over, come help me with the camera stuff and setting up and you have to buy the shop list and your plan and stuff. And after the shooting, of course, there is the post-production where you have to start edit the video them and then you have to edit the mic and then you have to, me have to go learn whole heap of software program good in this little Corona time. And other than that, now then we say, okay, I want to incorporate music in it, so make it people like live performance from my studio. Doing that, still have to go back go edit audio too. So I like it. It's Bellyful Cooking Show, and that's the reason why I said people can even support us. And I sell one episode for like €5 or so. And first time people used to say to me, "Oh, why you charging for a cooking show?" But if you see the amount of work what we have to do, plus in this time artists not touring or nothing, so it's just a little contribution of the work that we put in and to give the other persons a help you around to something. So yeah, it's Bellyful Cooking Show. 5 episodes for this season. We have 1 more episode to go. 4 episodes is out already, and I hope you like it.
Oh yeah man. So definitely people have to check out the Bellyful Cooking Show by Exile the Brave. And if you want music by Exile the Brave, from today, from November 6th, you can get Project Affinity, big, massive, nice, sweet musical project by Exile Brave is out. So it's almost lunchtime now over here. So are you going to be cooking now, or what's the plan?
So today I just look in a full ready now. You know what I mean? So because Affinity is about the red today. I planned this one very seriously. So this year is the 2020, the number 4 year, and they've said that the 4 color is red. That's why it's Affinity is red and black and stuff. So I'm a full red today. We are fully take the Affinity to the fullest. So it's just about me celebrating. As me I tell them, we just start with a cup of coffee, and later we just go just tell the people them what's going on, share the links with people, big up all of the Massive and crew, them, the Reggaeville family, them we are help, support the thing. And I just full of vibe today. Today I just vibe out. And next week, we're going to give them an album launch party from the studio here. So we might, make 2 phone calls, call the artists, them, sing a 2 song, play some stuff. So just full thing today. Today, I'm not cook no food. We might have to go buy food today.
Oh, okay. Make sure you eat though. Definitely happy release day once more. I wish you all the best for Project Affinity, also for the Bellyful Cooking Show. And I do thank you very much for taking the time to talking to us, Exile. All the very best. Blessings.
Thank you very much, Munchy. And we say thanks again, Reggaeville, and all have been supporting me from here, there, and everywhere. So give thanks for that. Go and get the album. And that a go on. Go on.
Me mad, me sick, me Reggaeville.